Hey everybody, back again. Today, it's time for some factory. So I think we're doing antimony today. No, wait. We're going to first take a little detour and we're going to get acrylic online simply because I've been working in that area. So let's go do that, right? I think I have everything on me. Like we have fluidized bed reactors. We have DDs. We got DDs. Windmills? No, I need to check out some windmills. Okay. Not a problem. In whales, I have one whale. All right, whale problem solved. All right, so let's go make some things we don't really need right now, but we'll need eventually. And complete this chain. Because we went all the way down to Dow froth, which was the primary output we wanted. And we also made, what is this? Methyl acrylonitrile, something like that. Methyl acrylate. And we have to make acrylonitrile and also acrylic. Okay, got it. I'm hoping this doesn't break everything. Yeah, looks like it was just fine. Good. All right, as per normal, the first thing we do, set down the power generating boarder. It will not completely supply the power needs of this block when it is fully beaconed up. But for right now, it does okay. This is going to be kind of awkward, isn't it? We can probably... Didn't I make a big deal about making a bunch of... I could have made pumps right here. Alright, so let's do this. Let's scoot it up and over as much as possible, right? Yeah. Okay, and then I should have just a little bit to erase. All right, nice. Though I probably should have... Well, we still have this, unfortunately. Well, we'll do this and get as far over as possible. And it's going to affect where we can put aerial caravans here, but let's not think about that. All right, we need to make acrylonitrile, and that's in a fluidized bed reactor. So let's talk about you. You are white box, and I can't even remember. Oh, wow. That's going to be a complicated whale. So we need propene, ammonia, and oxygen, and we make cyanic acid. It's only used in these two things, so it's probably not going anywhere. I'm going to try to... this is just these two things. I need to get to this pretty soon. I have to prioritize this because this has to be reserved for this area down here. You know. All right, so anyway, we need propene, we need oxygen, and one other thing, can't remember. Already fallen out of my head. The point is, we can get some of this stuff right now. All right, so requester chest, bang, bang, tank, bang, bang, and then Koopy and paste. Okay, what's our thing? Propene, like so. We want oxygen, like so. And then what's the other thing we need? Ammonia. So bring in ammonia, please. Thank you. All right, so now the situation is to get in the caravan. And usually the caravan goes, oh, it's not hooked up. The caravan goes right here. But instead we have pipes there. And we're not going to touch the walkway, of course. No, absolutely not. It is barbarism just to think about it. And we have to bring in two things, eh? And how much of this do we need? This makes, what, 0.2 a second? So we probably need 2 ranks. And the other one is in a DD that we're going to do today. And that's going to make acrylic. Right there? Yeah. And you consume at a rate of 0.4. So 2 of these to make one to supply one of these. And then we'll have some of the blue boxes come across the street. All right, so we're going to need 2 ranks of this. And we're declaring that this does not leave this area. By building everything around here, we don't have to ship it out. So how do we deal with this little nightmare? 4 liquid, 2 solid transformation. And it takes some time, right? So you're going to need 2 in. And you're going to have to... Oh, that's nice. So the cyanic is kind of nailed in place. And we want to have this area open for beacons. So it's going to be 4 liquids, but we can't use the bottom face. So we have to take advantage of this. So it's going to be probably like so. Yeah, just probably like that. And then we'll do ammonia right here. And then I have to get... Here, this is going to be like this. No, it can't be because cyanic's right there. Okay, so it has to be like this. All right, got it. And then cyanic can be out right here. Leaving us with, oh, kind of an issue, huh? Because we are out of line, unfortunately. So what we need is to switch positions. You gotta go there. And that, does this help? Yeah, this does help. All right, so now you're right there. So it's just a gigantic hell of pipes. Perfect, right? There you go. Materials in, materials in. You are going to be molybdenum. Where are you? Right there. And the other one is what? Just an iron plate. Iron plate. There you go. All right, so the biofluid network is not stressed at the moment. When I turn this big machine on, everything starts going. It's going to be very, very stressed. Kind of looking forward to seeing how it performs. And then to complete this unit, we have to take all of this. It's going to be a deceptively chunky guy right here because of all the piping on this. Then, of course... And big H, you gotta go right there. Then a big V, and you go right there. Is that right? No, it is not right, because we did not do this properly. Actually, we didn't do a lot of this properly. Like, this doesn't need to be like this. You're gonna go up. No problem. And then this doesn't need to be here at all either. This also goes up. All right, so that saves a little space. These guys, though, do need a loop. So are we good? Is this how we're going to go? Like so and like so? And we just line in a whole bunch of these? Oh, we're going to have to hook it up properly. And then we have to put in a via, as is the way of our people. And then that's it. Of course, I have to connect everything up properly because it's not. Because I did this kind of lazily. Surprise, surprise, right? But we can fix it. Oh, it's not the run. Yeah, this one. And then you guys reach across. Then we have a nice via space. We have room for staples here on the end. You can trim the edges everywhere. No, that one didn't need to get trimmed. This one does need to be trimmed though. All right, so right here, we now come down, and that's cyanic. This is waste cyanic acid, which is such a weird thing to say. All right, so there's ammonia. There's that. Propene. Why aren't you connected here? Do I have to inspect that on the entire line? Did I just pick that up? That's all connected. Good. That's all connected. Yeah, we're fine. We need to get more fluidized reactors. We need more pipe. We need probably to hook this guy up right now. Probably trim all of these. All right, so are we safe-ish? All right, so let's get acrylonitrile. You're gonna want to go get iron plate. You're gonna get molybdenum, right there. Quantity 4,500. Great. 4,500. Great. Give me a whale. Whale out here. Whale is hungry. Whale, you have a complicated life compared to some of your brothers. You need to go and get... Well, this is a problem. Load item until caravan has iron plate in quantity 4,500. Is it really just the same quantities? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's going to be fine. Everything's fine. Why don't we have any iron plate? He asks. Anyone have any input on this? Has anyone been on this? Just nobody? It's just been falling on the floor? Oh, this is raw borax. Where's my molybdenum ore? Where are my molybdenum plates? Like, that's next lit. Like, we're at it. What's going on here? Am I going blind? More blind than usual? Chromium, quartz and glass, zinc, coal, oil. Oh, there it is. Oh, is it just not producing enough? It's too early? Alright, that I can understand. Load items until caravan has molybdenum. We'll go check in on that in a second here. And then add destination right here. Empty that cargo. No, I want you to circuit condition. Come back here. Circuit condition. Unload until target. Unload until target. Comparator equals go. Iron plate. And molybdenum. Uh, 4,500. 4,500. All right, so now you can go and do this. Only I'm sending you to get 2 plates, which I know aren't there. I am not a kind master. So what's going on with iron? I would think, oh, we're not making any iron. We are completely legit out. So we get the iron to this point, and then we have no oleochemicals. Okay, that's an interesting situation. So we don't have a critical additive, and I thought we were producing this in enough quantity that this would never be a problem. What are you? Oleochemicals. We have no oleochemicals. All right, so to make oleochemicals, we are using artificial techniques based on This is fatty acids. See, here's oleochemicals. This is a requester, though. Right here, why didn't I just draw a line? Why did I make the Gorbachevs do that? All right, so here's our artificial oleochemicals. We need sporopollenin. And sporopollenin just isn't here. Sporopollenin should be made right here. And you're completely quiet because we have no Rhenea. Why do we have no Rhenea? I'm having a very hard time interpreting what I'm seeing. You have no seeds. There are no seeds on the Rhenea plantation. So, that should be your job. Oh, we're out of venom. Right. Okay. That's perfectly fine. It's annoying. And it lasted, what, about 100 hours last time I did this? I forgot we have a dependency on Arquad venom here. And without a couple drops of Arquad venom, we do not make Rhenea seeds. But if we have that, where's my box? We make a lot more. Personal logistics off. Take this stuff. I will be back. We have to go procure for ourselves some venom. All right, so this is a fairly reasonable situation right here. It's not like something jammed or I had a mistake in my design. It's just we don't make Arquad venom up north yet. I wonder if the only way to get Arquad venom is to juice an Arquad. Is there any artificial way to make it eventually? Because this is a vegan no-kill factory I have up north. All right, so let's take a look at that. Venom. Arquad venom. All right, Arquad venom is... All right, this is still... We extract it from some Arquads. I would prefer not to do that. So it looks like... No, this still takes the Arquad and it goes away. So, no. So the answer is just no. There is no better way to do it. So this is gonna chunk along for a while. How are we on bot power? Here, let's just stick a pin in this and I'll be back. I should probably get more barrels, right? Whatever. It's good for another 100 hours. All right, I need more fluidized bed reactors. I need more pipes. I need a max speed limit in this building only. Everywhere else I can move at the speed of sound, but right here I'd prefer to have a little stickiness under my feet. Oh, and I put all the pipe. Oh, I did a bad thing. I put so much stuff in this box, and now I'm going to have doubled up on stuff. Oh, that's a real bummer. I have to just pick it up, or else I'll just be laboring under this curse of excess inventory forever. Yeah, there's too much stuff in my inventory. The bots got very enthusiastic, saying, "Ooh, he needs lots of stuff. We can help." But then they help too much, as bots do. So I'll have to clean my inventory later on. All right, so right here we have for a second. Can you be prodded? Oh, good, you can. Can you be prodded? Oh, good, you can. And this is going to be just waiting for a while. This whole thing's going to be waiting for a while. We're going to have to take a break and come back to this after we set it up. That's okay. Why is the fluidized bed reactor screaming? Shouldn't it be waiting until it's working to be making these sounds? All right, so let's hook in our fluids. So right here, I think. We get the propene in. Good. And then here is... Oh, it's also the propene. Shouldn't you be doing this then? Yeah, there you go, propene. And right here is oxygen. Drawn down like so. And then the last one is pneumonia. And pneumonia goes right here. And it doesn't look like we can do this super elegantly. So we do it the other way. This is dumb. If we're going to do this, do it right there. There. Pneumonia in. Now we need just the solid pieces and everything's going to be fine, right? Oh, we don't have the out, do we? Oh. There's a small matter of not having an out. Well. Looks like we're doing this then, right? Yeah. Okay, so this was a little bit of a screw up. A little tiny, complete and utter screw up. But we forgive, right? That is our province as human beings. We forgive. So we're just gonna pretend like this was in the plan the entire time. I don't even want to look at this tangle right here. Oh my god. It's hideous. Alright, okay. Don't think about that. Try not to think about any of the major disasters that you are currently experiencing. Concentrate on what's not breaking, which is the defensive wall. The defensive wall is working. That's good. Alright, so this comes around here, and we got to get rid of cyanic. And once that's done, this is just finished, right? We, unfortunately, are not doing this appropriately. This has to get moved over. And then you have to be like so. There we go. That works properly. All right, we have to take cyanic over to some cyanic production. Where is this? I don't know. We make cyanic up here. So I suppose we come right here and we come straight up and then straight over. Can we do this? Are there any stray cyanic lines around here? That needs to be trimmed. Yeah, so this is cyanic acid right here. Oh, there is a line that goes this way. But this is not a line that I can dump waste products in. I need post, yeah, right here. I need to come in right over here or right in here. So I can't attach here. I have to attach somewhere over. Right here would be best. So I should probably avoid this area. We should probably come straight north. Well, that's not good either. Maybe we'll come straight over and then try to go through the center and then try to penetrate up to where the cyanic is, which would be right here. That is going to be a trick. See if I can manage it. So, pipe, come with me. And then this is the easy part of our journey, because I know I've left vias. Right there, look at that. Completely transparent to pipes. And then right over here, we're going to have difficulty when I come to take this square, but it's going to be okay. I have gone through difficulty before. It doesn't sting that badly. Then it's not quite time yet, right? Almost there. Here? Straight up here. That's right. Okay, so our goal is to hit this point. So we have to pick a line. This is a good line, right? Find a line that isn't interrupted. Like, this seems perfectly doable. Yeah, we even hit the center right there. All right, this is now a fail line. We can probably rework that, though. We'll rework this and not use that particular vertical. And then it's still good. It's still good. So right here. Okay. Okay, so there's only one interruption, but it's very short and it's easily dealt with. So excellent, right? And then once we get through with this, we'll do the other thing. We'll make acrylic, but not really. We'll make the machine that will make the acrylic later on. We'll have to check back in. We're missing lots of stuff. And right here is where we have to pay attention. So we have to remove this line. And that's easy enough to do, so that this vertical is no longer consumed. Wait, why is there steam in here and there's water in? Oh, I bet I misconnected it. I connected it poorly at some point. All right, there we go. That's correct. This is what happens when you leave. You don't trim the edges. Like right here, this was pre-trim doctrine. And it leaves me open for just having tremendous problems later. I am not following best practices as described by the manual. I am doing hacked off, ad hoc nonsense that will not pass any sort of inspection. Why do we have water in here now? I guess we had a little bit of water in from that encounter with moving the water pipe. Isn't that wonderful? So glad to include that in my life. I'm so glad I'm not spending most of my time piping things around. Imagine if I had to pipe in all of those chemicals. All right, here we go. And we connect up the proper cyanic line right here. We are post-primary processing. Great job. That was probably one of the longest sections of this entire thing. All right, so you guys produce at 0.2 a second. This consumes at 0.4 a second. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can have 8 of these, or, more, because we can play games with productivity. The base should be 8, though. Maybe we put in 10. Maybe we just stick with 8. Maybe we go to 10 because we can. We could probably do 12, honestly. But that's just silly, guys. We have natural gas, right? Right? Do we have it? Yeah, we got natural gas. So we have to bring in ammonia, which we have, sulfuric, natural gas, and acetone. So sulfuric, natural gas, acetone. Let's do it. Oh, and this one definitely needs a caravan out. Oh, I'm going to need more Quester chests. I should get that when I bop down to see about the Arquad Venom. Okay, good. Yeah, when this factory springs to life, like for real, it is going to completely overtax the biofluid network 100% in the first microsecond. Sulfuric? Don't we have sulfuric next door? We have cyan. Yeah, there's sulfuric next door. We're going to get sulfuric from next door. There's no need to bring it in. It's all just the same stuff. Then we need natty gas and acetone. Natural gas. And then acetone. Great. We have a use for acetone for a while. All right, this has to go away. pick it up, put it back down. Good. All right, so that's coming in. Fantastic. And you also need material components, which are actually just right here, which is interesting. So, well, we have to put in a quote unquote in, because maybe it will get used somewhere, and we're going to do this. Like maybe we'll have to get it from another location. So just build the logistics area right now, just in case. There we go. All right, and so grab all that, shove it all back in, and some is going to make it back. All right, here. We do it like this then. Shove the box in the hole, in the slot. The box goes in the slot, and it will once again flow out, and then some will make it into the other area. All right, that's fine. See, the hands grab before the whale grabs, because the whale is only active on certain number of ticks, whereas the hands are active on many, many, many ticks. So right there, and we'll probably, what I want is to methyl U. You got to be halvesies, right? It's just literal halvesies. That wasn't literal halvesies. There we go. It's 2 and 2, right? Yeah, so acrylonitrile. There we go. All right, that's kind of perfect. And what we will need is this guy, who is used for two things, right? There's the acrylonitrile, and then there's the tape, right? I'm not really sure what I'm doing here. There you go. The acrylonitrile will make its way in. All right, so that's set up. And then we have the liquid set up. And now it's just a matter of coming up with a proper scheme. Then you make acrylic. And obviously we are going to put the beacon in the center. And just do this, I guess. Well, I suppose just like this is not the correct way to phrase that, because we have to come up like this right here. Well, wait to do that later. All right, so just completely standard. Materials come in, and then, okay, maybe I should do a complete, oh, the problem is we have to do an out too as well, right? Can't forget that. I'm too used to liquid transformations. All right, so paste. Right there. And acrylic heads down the way. Right? That seems like a good idea. And it's just going to be one in the center the entire way down. Okay, that's fine. So, but we need two ends, don't we? Yeah, we did that correctly. So it's like this and like that. And then that leaves just enough beacon space right there. So you are going to be acrylate, and you are going to be acrylo. Yeah. And you will make, together, you will make my acrylic. It takes a bit of time, and there's just no way that's going to be a problem. Okay. Good. So grab, invert, right there. Now we can start trimming, because we are a responsible citizen of the factory. Here, we need to put this right here as well, even though it's a little weird. Okay, it's a lot of weird. This is a mess. I have forgotten the face of my father. Right there. Oh, what's that? What are we tapping? Oh, that shouldn't be. No, friend. No. All right, as I was saying. Yeah, that works. Well, wait a second here. We might not be able to put it anymore, because now we need the caravan out. Excuse me, this. And that should go right there. We don't have room, do we? So we can kind of center this a little better, and then we're properly ratioed between those two. Assuming I don't need to use acrylonitrile anywhere else, which I do, which is a pain. That's all right. And this is just absolute going to be gore. Let's take a look. That could be worse. I have definitely put together worse. I mean, right there. That's worse. Okay, don't look at it. Don't look at it. It's not real. Don't look at it. It can't hurt you. So, as per tradition, this comes in like so. Perfect, I think. I'm going to call this absolute unbridled perfection until I have to rebuild it. The curse of Factorio lives on. All right, so material in. These guys, oh, this is not how it should be. You should be coming up. And I'm almost out of pipe, as is the way of my pre-pull. All right, much better. And then you'll get trimmed, but we need a staple right here for pneumonia. And we will just do that. Right. Oh, we kind of need mushrooms up top, so maybe we do mushrooms on bottom. Maybe we switch this. Okay, that's fine too. Well, that's where it's probably better, in fact, because that's where all of the gas materials are. Why do I have no natural gas arriving? That speaks to me of a problem somewhere. I'm gonna go have to fix that and get more pipe, because I am almost out. So you're getting natural gas. Natural gas. You're on the network. On the network. Where is the natural gas? We make natural gas here. Natural gas. This is refined natural gas. Oh. We may not have natural gas. Oh. I see. There is a very slight difference in what's going on. So what's natural gas? Oh, I hate all of this. Natural gas, refined natural gas, pure natural gas, purified. Purified and pure are two different things. Why don't I have purified, refined natural gas? This is a hole in how things are done. So we need this for a few things. Not that, obviously. All right, so how do we make this? We can drill for it. We can take raw gas and chuck it into a compressor. I think I'm not doing that. Bio oil, I think I'm not doing that. Nextlit place in bio oil. I mean, I'm more inclined to do that, but still. Oh, and we're done. So the ways to make this are raw gas. Is raw gas used for anything? No, not really. So we get this out of the ground. Or we can drill for it wherever we want, but it's expensive. Yeah, it's expensive. We got to get that out of the ground. And what we need is now to make some extras. Oh man, this is going to be right below the refining chain. I'm not going to do this. We're just going to make a note on the things I need to make. Natural gas. All right, there it goes. It's on the list. Fantastic, I suppose. Is this really the only way I can do this? How can I get some bio oil? Bio oil is used in stuff, right? Stuff that, yeah, I'm going to have to do eventually, so I might as well do bio oil because raw gas is used in nothing. All right, so how do I make bio oil? Crud pyrolysis and like that doesn't look like a great thing at all. So is it like, does it come in canisters somewhere? No, fortunately not. What even is bio oil? So it looks like I have to go this. No, wait, I have to go this route. This is really complicated for what I need. It's like this the really seriously the best way I have available to myself to get bio oil. Because carbon black can be just set on fire. Syngas, tar, and CO2 all go into the rest of the processing, but this is an ugly recipe. It even has red hot coke, which decays. It needs good steam. Yeah, this is rough. But biocrud right here. And we can't do this. We just can't do it at all. So we, in fact, have to do... Wait, there's another recipe right here, right? Oh, okay. So we could do this. Oh, there's another recipe. These are the alternate recipes. These are the real recipes. So crud pyrolysis. Yeah, we can do that. Is like maybe baby's first bio oil. I don't know what this is. A biocrud recycling recipe, maybe? I don't know. So we have to get a bunch of dried biomass, which I can make. And then quartz tubes, which I can produce, right? Now that I have all this material. No, I can't actually. I need rare earth oxides. So this isn't even happening yet. So I'm getting way ahead of myself right now. Okay, I guess. So, I'm going to need a lot of this coming up. Why would I want to do this? Because is it just, it retains the lamp more? I don't know. Don't look at it. That's just equipment. So this is really just used in, in some upgrade recipes and this weird thing right here and some equipment. So you just, the only reason you need tubes is for bio oil, it looks like. That's strange, but this is definitely the way to do it. You need a heavy oil refinery. That's ugly. Yeah, this entire it needs heat too. Ugh. So I suppose you need quartz tubes for this. So I don't know. I'm getting way into the weeds right now. So I'm not going to do this right now. So we're going to get, okay, so the plan is, the actual plan here, let's write this down. Quartz tube, bio oil, and from bio oil, natural gas. Is this what we're looking for? So we get the bio oil, and it's used in some stuff. So I'm going to have to get this eventually. And then it's also used in catalytic conversion to natural gas, which seems like it's probably a very expensive use of it. But I don't need natural gas for much. It's not like I'm going to use it for power or anything. I could just turn it into coal. Yeah, sure. It's a nice vent, though. Yeah, this is going away and closing the window. I suppose I'll finish this off, and then I'm just going to kind of leave it. And then I'm going to start working on antimony, I guess. Guys, you are getting way ahead of yourselves. Here, like so. And you've already volunteered. So great. So it looks like acrylic is actually farther away than I thought, which is a little sad, but isn't a lot sad. All right, so let's get this together. Ammonia can just come down at any point. Can we find a nice lined up point? No, it doesn't exist. Of course not. That would be nice. Oh, and I need pipe to actually do this properly. All right, so ammonia in. Just go get pipe. And then we'll shift gears and do first section of antimony processing. And then I guess we have to get rare earth processing on our list because we need it now. Thank you. But it'll be okay eventually, perhaps. Where is the loader? Right there. We need to put more of that back. We need to put more of these blue hands back. I should go check in and see how all the big mines are doing. We finally set this up. I know none of these can be made because... Oh, you need Pyanobots here? That's a weird... Oh, and this... I already have salt mines. Like, this shouldn't exist. Yeah, we'll have to deal with that. It's a tin mine. You just need these things. Yeah. Okay, so we'll work our way up to that soon. Don't you worry. Alright, gotta keep finishing off this. Gotta seal something. We're going to have not made acrylic today, which is, you know, a sort of accomplishment, a pseudo-accomplishment. We have not made something. What did you not make today? I bet you didn't not make much. So can we do this? Not really, no. Alright, so don't try. So coming over here, right there. Oh, there's a stack inserted there. Oh, so we can't do this at all. Oh, noted. So we have to go through right here somehow. Like right here. Oh, no, we can't because the methanol reactor is weird. All right, so this is actually kind of a pain, huh? All right, we'll bring it over down here then. No problem. It's funny that I have purified natural gas, but I don't have natural gas. That brings that that one upgrade. Well, that's an interesting thing. I think that's because I'm on kind of a little more advanced version of Alien Life. So I think that's probably pre-release. It's moss, right? Isn't it moss? Yeah. So it can take refined natural gas and then become natural gas. Like, doesn't this... But I still have to do bio-oil, so why struggle, right? Like, this gives another route to natural gas and to syngas. It's weird. It's really weird. And it makes the buildings more expensive, but we do have this, and it's a possibility because all of the moss turds are bad. Like, none of them actually help you very much. Like, why do I want a side product? I don't want side products. I want the opposite of that. I crave surety and confidence. All right, so right there and plug in. And then natural gas is not here yet, but one day it will be. And then you plug in right there. So this is just kind of a mess, right? And then acetone has to be over here. Yeah? So this will be a kind of sheepish... Oh, okay, so what I need to do is one of these. but it has to be a 4-way junction, and also not like that. So maybe not one of these. All right, so this very complicated system has been hooked up, and you have everything you need except the natural gas and the acrylonitrile. So that should be clipped for safety. And that's clipped, and all these are clipped. And why can't this go again? Because, oh yeah, no plates. All right, so let's take care of some of that. We should be able to go back down and grab our barrels of venom, which we must handle very, very, very carefully. And then we'll haul that north. We'll start making Renea seeds again. This will be good for another 100 hours or so. I should try to remember this, but maybe not. It is a shameful, shameful dependency on South Bay. Maybe I should automate it. Maybe that's the thing to do, actually. And then not have to worry about it again. Is that in theme for Factorio? Automate and then do something else, which is also automate? Yeah. Let's not. Okay, there we go. Now we're making the seeds again, and now the system is waking back up. Okay, great. Oh, I need to go get more Quester tanks. So back again, I guess. And then shift gears once more, and we get Antimony online in great volume. We want to go over here, right? Be Akuas. We need these things. And then put it back, put it back. And we will pick up half a thing of whales. And the rest will be just caravans. There. And we will have done a supply run. I will go take a short break. And then we will continue, I think, on our quest to refine every material on this forsaken rock. All right, quick break. Nobody move. I'll be right back. All right, break accomplished. Welcome back. Hope everyone has great a time as I did. So what am I doing? I'm building a model of antimony, right? Antimony. Here, put this box back. Can I even do that? Please tell me I haven't shut myself. Oh, I have shut myself off. So it looks like we're just putting down. Here, we have just a box right there. And now we have a box in a box. It's a box with a picture of a box on it. It's a box. All right, so good. We have to get rid of that one. Anything else I care about? No, nothing. I care about nothing. So this just straight up isn't going to run. Well, soon the sporopollen will fall again. Then we'll have more iron. So what's going up with the molybdenum? Is it just such a trickle? God, it's such a trickle. This really is screaming to be mass prodded, isn't it? Like, just prod the first tier and then cut it off so it doesn't go to the second tier, you know? Just turn it, have it go the other way. And then just prod and prod and prod. And then turn it right there, same story. Just force it into a prod path. Yeah, I really should do that, shouldn't I? Maybe I'll do that someday. Maybe I'll do the math. The math probably works out. Anyway, we're doing antimony. And I have a list, right, of things somewhere. Yeah, right there. All right, here, let's bring up the notepad again. This done, or as done as it's going to be for right now. Made Dow froth, and that's in a mixer. Okay, so we are back up to current day. We need screeners in some amount. Okay, we got to go pick this stuff up. Screeners right here. Excuse me, right there. And then we need jaw crushers, which are right there. And then we need secondary crushers, which are right there. And we're just going to do that And then we need ball mills. And that's where we're going to stop for right now. So let's go over there and set up an antimony outpost, right? So we're coming right here. And the first thing we always do is copy and paste the standard material delivery kiosk right here. Grab all that, and then you go right there. And it didn't cut this time. I only copied. That's ugly and bad right there. So let's no, don't touch it. I'll fix it. Okay, yes, I'll fix it. All right, fine. I'll fix it. Just everyone calm down. Stop pressuring me. Right there, right there. Okay, great. Now gather up the gang again. And we're going to need a lot more belts. It's going to be one of those sessions, isn't it? And this doesn't have to go anywhere. All right, so now we have to bring in the antimony. And we're going to have to see what sort of system we have right now. Whale hungry. Add destination. Antimony ore. I want you to pick that up, fill cargo right here, and I want you to empty that cargo. Go. Go, my whaley friend. All right, so antimony ore. Here, let's take a look at this then. Antimony Process. I wish I had number 3. Instead, I only have 2. So we take the ore and we screen it, and this is weird. Now I can put the stone and the iron oxide on one belt. Iron oxide needs to be gathered up and then whaled out. Stone can stay where it is. So, and then we have, so essentially it's 1 in, 3 out on a screener. So let's see if we have any patterns there that we can copy. And then it's back to Factorio, right? So this is 1 in, and what, and the volume is such that we really do have to maintain 3 lines, don't we? All right, so this doesn't work. And then right here, that's the same story. 1 in, 2 out. Yeah. Do we do it any differently over here? This is 1 in, 2 out again. That's unfortunate. So right here we go. This is 1 in, 4 out, actually. So we're going to copy Mr. Nickel right here. And we're going to have to get the usual distribution center. Oh, we should probably set that up beforehand, right? And we may have to rework this in a bespoke manner because of the volumes involved. So you go right there. And so nickel. We are looking for that's zinc. That's chromium, actually. Tin, nickel. Right here. We want this unit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, this isn't even enough. So we want to take this and then Frankenstein it a little bit. Okay, that's fine. Now the problem is, no, there is no problem because we know it goes right against the edge here and lined up. So we know exactly where this has to be. Right there. Must be right there. Okie dokie. And now time to think about what we're doing. So we are processing Timmy ore. Where are you, Timmy ore processing? Perfect. All right, so this blinking is going to give me a seizure. So we are going to plug you in right there just to make it stop. All right, so the ore will come in. We'll figure out where. Yeah, the ore will come in and then we'll get processed. Then we have 4 outs. And it's 10 units come in, 10 units go out, more than 10 units come out. So this is an expansive step. So first off, This isn't quite right even. Well, I suppose I can put both the ores on this belt. So if it comes in like this, then it can go out more or less on the same, with the same structure. However, this cannot be here. Neither of you can be here. So this is going to be a slightly adjusted pattern. That's all right. Let's go take a look and see if sporoplinon's being made. It should be, right? Right here. The Rhenea should be trickling in. Oh, it's even more. It's pouring in, actually. Huh. I wonder why it's such high pressure here. So the bottleneck really is just production. We are overproducing Rhenea in general, and then this is enough to keep it full. I suppose that's nice. All right, so iron will unstick itself. Molybdenum might need an attitude adjustment in order to put more plates in. We might not be making many plates at all, simply because it depends so heavily on, well, one, transport, because it's not running its fullest, because I don't have a solid whale line going back and forth. So it's, the real bottleneck is probably whale speed, because this is not even heading back, and then this is going to stop. So we probably have very little throughput for all this ore. So number one thing to do would be to double whale capacity. Maybe I should just do that right now. Yeah, 2 more whales hauling molybdenum ore. And then maybe after that I actually put in prod modules. I'll have to make like 50 of them though. Maybe more than that. Probably more than that. Probably like 100. I want antimony ore. So stick a pin in that as well. It's grade 1 and grade 2, right? So you get copied, and then you get being noped. Antimony, copper, antimony, grade 1. There we go. So copy a big H and put it down. All right, so what's going to happen here is the ore will come in and feed the machine, and then the products will go straight down. Like the stuff we want to keep. How fast is this? It's real fast. Speed of inserters is going to become a problem. Speed of belt is going to become a problem. Anyway, onto this then. So we're doing something a little different. You're going to be stone and iron oxide. And then we will get rid of the iron oxide. V. H. V. And then H. There. And so this is our proper setup right here. We have to copy this many times. And then beacon space is in the center somewhere, even though I'm not doing that very well. You know, beacon space is like in between, right here. Okay, got it. Okay, and that goes down, and that goes down, and that gets trimmed. And then we have to get rid of you, and you, and you, and you. All of these hands have to be picked up. Okie dokie, all is well. Now, copy all this. We're really almost out of vessels. That's a shame. I'm going to have to go back and get more. All right, so the problem now is I don't have the correct piece to paste down. And then also the other problem is I haven't sized this at all, so I don't know if, like, it's got to be like that, right? I don't know if a full block of this is required or even desired, you know? So we need more of everything. All right, so let's build a model before. No, let's not. Let's finish this, and then we'll build a model. Because we know we're going to have to do this in some form. Perhaps it's only going to be a half block, so perhaps it's a whole block. We don't really know. But we're going to have to do something. So Koopy and here. We don't even need, that's a tree. That was a tree. Oh my God. That's another tree. Who cleaned this area? All right, so now what happens to antimony? Proc. So in our life, we make grade 1 and grade 2. Great. Grade 1 get busted down to grade 2, and it's double. Wow, friends. So this produces 10 ore goes in, and then 13 grade 2 comes out. Wow, it's expansive. And then grade 2. What is this weird? This is again very weird right here. So we get grade 3, and grade 3 becomes just kind of grade 4, right? Okay, sure, we can live with that. We'll just say it makes grade 4. So it's 40%. So that's 7. So 10 goes in and 7 comes out when all is said and done. So it's not expansive. Well, we're gonna just go straight forward with how this is. We're just no fear, right? And then we make antimony grade 4. We are looking, so it's now we go to the jaw crush. Yeah, and then we go to another screener. We need lots of screeners. And then a secondary crusher. Probably not going to need many of these. We're probably not producing much of this at all. I should probably start doing it. Lead acetate we got. Dow froth we got. So we take grade 4 and we ball mill it with lime to make crushed timmy. And then we take crushed timmy to make dusted timmy. And that's, oh, this is a bad reflux. Well, no, it's self-contained. I'll have to do the math on that again. It's going to be another decay chain. Yuck. And we don't have fish oil. Oh. Oh. We do not have fish oil. So I kind of have to do fish real soon, which is bad because then I'll have to do all of the meat processing stuff. And why that's bad is very simple. It will produce, well, no. If I only slaughter the fish when necessary, all of the meat, I'll have to design the meat processing stacks. And I have an idea in my head, but I haven't quite worked that out. And then I will have to take like all the guts, all the meat, all the bones, and eventually that's going to overflow. And then I'll have to atomize that down into other ore, and that ore might choke up the system. Like, I can't guarantee the ore will be used at this point in the factory's life, and that's why I've been avoiding doing this all this time. So anyway, we got to write that down too. Fish oil, which is a big problem. Is there any artificial way to get this? So fish oil. I can get it from fish hydrolase. It's like, what are we even doing with this? Fish hydrolase is you take the whole fish and you put it in a blender, right? And you break it down with acid and base into just being elemental fish juice. which is wonderful. And it can't be burnt, and nothing can happen with it. You can turn it into cyanic acid and wastewater. That's about all you got. But we can then turn that into fish meal and fish emulsion. There's a little oil, but fish meal doesn't really do anything, right? We turned it into fertilizer. All right, that's okay. And then fish emulsion, what do you do? Oh, and you can go just fertilizer as well. So we can bypass. This is so inefficient. This is trash. And I also think I still have that fish turd selected, right? Because I missed the window on upgrading. When I was re-upgrading, it kept crashing. Funny story, right? Yeah, so I have this, and that's not so great. It uses a lot more power, and it produces more fish byproducts. So it makes fish oil just fish oil and fish hydroxase just as a matter of course. And I don't really want either of those. This is not my style of thing right here. Like, I don't like side products. I like, yeah, this is not what I want. I gotta respec this. This is bad. I hope it doesn't crash when I do it again, or else I might have to take some sort of drastic action to get out of this, or, suck it up. Like, this is probably best right here. Just give me fish food. This is honestly really good. Probably the best. Oh, I don't even have this recipe. No, wait. This is better hydrolase. And okay, so this just doesn't work. So it looks like I have free fish oil and then I have free hydrolase here. The hydrolase just gets crashed out into fertilizer because I can't use that right now. Like, just no way. Just weird recipe. Don't like it. All right, so to do this, we have to get up to fish food. Yeah, and fish food needs bones. So we have to have like a cycle. Oh, and fish food needs lard, and lard does not come from fish. Like, it just doesn't happen. Like, if I render the fish, we get lots of fish oil, but we get no, if you talk to the fish, you get double the fish oil, but less bones and meat. That's weird. All of this is weird. I'm going to have to think really hard about the slaughterhouse upgrade I get. So you get no brains, you just get meat and skin and guts. And the meat and guts rots, and we have to deal with that. We have to deal with all of it, honestly. And then it's going to be just a huge recycling chain, but it has to be built eventually. And then I can take the bones, and I can't even make fish food out of it. So we're stuck at normal recipe. So maybe I don't even do this, right? Maybe we have to take a detour. Maybe we have to do augs and just take the entire things just straight on. Where are you, augs? Used in caged aug. And then we just go straight up to this. Like, this is going to start the biomining chain. And for the best recipe I have right now for augs, it's just aug food, right? So I have to do aug food. And aug food is entirely trivial. Got it. Just make aug food en masse. And then I can even probably make quality aug food, right? No, I don't have the case. Well, I could do that. Like, Corlexes are entirely like, got it. Don't have casein. But casein comes from Corlex milk. And Corlex milk is it comes from the can, right? That's right. And it's empty milk barrel gets used in, yeah, right here. And so you just need fish for this, and you don't slaughter the fish. So I can, depends on what Corlick's food is. So maybe I need to start a jerky factory. So maybe I have to, okay. Maybe we have to hit pause on antimony. Maybe we go through and do everything else on the refining stack and just hit pause on antimony after this. And then we'll have to get the animal processing system going. Like all of this is just ready, except for salt, because I don't have nearly enough of it. So I'll raise fish and then start making food and climbing the alien life chain. This was an adventure. And I guess, do I just stop here and just leave this right here and come back later? No, I should just build it out and have it be non-working for quite some time. But yeah, I guess that's how it has to be. All right, that's fine. So that was a fun little diversion. Antimony proc. So we're doing this still. And we have to do math. So it's jaw crusher, screener, secondary crusher, and then it gets tied off. And that's probably all we're going to do for today. And I don't know if I'm going to finish it off tomorrow. So screener, and then jaw crush, and then another screener. Second screener. And then secondary crusher. Where are you, Mr. Secondary Crusher? I know everyone is looking at it, pointing and yelling. Well, I know I have a ball mill after that, so okay, I found that. There it is, secondary crusher. Found it eventually. All right, so you now crush antimony. You now screen antimony again. You then and then you are crushed antimony. All right, so this is all for stage 1. Should probably look at the rest of it, right? And then stage 2 is ball mill, followed by classifier, agit, then flot. Ball mill, classifier, agitator, flot. It's not a flot. I don't have a flot on me. Oh yeah, I do. It's right there. Okay. All right, so you now go anti-dust. You now go pulp 1. You now go pulp 2. Right? Correct, I think? All right. Notepad, join us. Oh, you never went away, as is my curse. All right, so just take that away. And let's just start at the beginning, right? 35 initial screeners. Right over here, what do we make? Our number is 36 times, and it's 2 and 1.2. So 72, grade 1, and then, is that right? Yeah, 72 grade 1, and then 1.2, which is 43.2. 0.2 grade 2. All right, and so the grade 1 gets busted down into grade 2 right here, just cracked right in half. So, and there's no reflux here, right? No, not yet. So 72 grade 1. And this eats it at 2 a second. So we're going to need 36 jaw crushers, which will make, it's 32, no, wait a second. No, it's right here. 4 out. That's the big problem. It doubles it. So it's 72 grade 1 a second divided by 2 times 4. We all know what that means. 144 grade 2, right? Yeah. And so, oh, excuse me, that goes right there. So this means we end up with 144 plus 43.2. That is 187.2 grade 2 in total. That's a lot of material right there. And so we get to this, and we're going to need to now screen the grade 2 into grade 3 and 4. So we're going to end up right here with, can we use prod here? No, it's not a prod line. All right, so right here, it's divide by 2. That's a bad sign right there. Divide by 2. And that says we are going to need 94 screeners. This is the slow step right here. All right, so we're going to size this around this step. And then everything else will conform to its needs. So 94 screeners is way too much. Way too much. And it's a compression step. So this is the last right here. After this, it all just kind of falls into less and less material. Okay, so good. So we have determined that the slow step is here, and we're going to have, as per our ways, we're going to have an entire city block of the slow step. So you guys, you can go away. So we want question initial screeners. Now we want question jaw crushers. And in that we want 36 screeners that do this. So 36 of these guys. They are going to be running, they need 72 a second. So whatever this does has to be about 72. We need about 72 grade 2 total. Okay, so we have that information. And then you are going to be producing, so it's 36 times 0.16 and 36 times 1. So at least that part's it. It's 36 grade 4. And then right here, it's 0.16 times 0.16. No, okay, sorry, decimal place in the wrong place. This didn't look right. All right, there. 5.8 grade 3. All right, so now we got to work backwards. So 36 screeners, we're going to require 72 grade 1 in total. And this is going to be kind of difficult because, well, no. So if we need 72 grade 1, this we determined is 13 grade 1. So it's double the grade 1 plus the grade 2. So right here, it's 4 in, 5.2 out by that logic. So 72 divided by 5.12, I think is what I said. 5.2, because it's double the grade 1 plus the grade 2. So all of that together says we need 14 initial screeners, which is a bad number because 12 is a good number, 18 is a good number, 14 is not a good number. Anyway, that's fine. So 14 initial screeners. Well, it's actually 13.8. Let's carry this forward. 13.8 initial screeners. And that's going to make, here, 13.8 times 2. That's going to make 27.7 grade 1, 7.7 grade 1. And then it's also going to make times 1.2. 16.6 grade 2. 6 grade 2. So if we have 27.7 grade 1, that number right there. Now we have to go into the jaw crushers. And that's divide by 2 times 4. Divide by 2 says we need, again, 14 jaw crushers. 13.8 actually, which is another bad number. So together this is going to be an entire city block, which I can definitely make that work. So, okay, that's all right. The bad news is that this city block is going to be broken by the regolith, so we're going to have to put in extra down there, and it's going to look weird, but fine. Fine, I say fine. And then 13.8 jaw crushers will be producing times 4. 55.4 grade 2. 55.4 grade 2. So 55.4 plus 16.6 leads us to just under 72. We have sized this correctly. All right, so for all of that struggle, we now know what we're doing. Okay, we now have, we suspect we may have some competence in this localized area which we are currently operating. Yes, that is what's going on. So, congratulations, guys. Half of you get to go away. Bop. Now we also have to work this out now. Because this is probably going to change, right? What I need is to take the ore in, and then we only need to feed the grade 1 into the jaw crushers, which are right there. So we probably need a different structure. And if I... Well, I can probably to a rail right here. Let's see how much... Why did I get rid of the jaw crusher that showed me what I'm doing? Why did I do this? Ugly. All right, jaw crusher. And this is just 1 in, 2 out. So maybe, oh, I got an idea. I got a pretty slick idea. Ooh. This is going to be nice. Here, watch this. And so I need 18 of you guys, which is just this. Here, we might have too many lines, which is a problem. But we might be completely okay, which is the opposite of having a problem. Do you believe? I believe. So what we need is kind of like this. Here, watch. Magic is going to happen. Probably like this. Just for right now. Okay, pick that up. And you have to be Timmy Processing. Don't worry. I'll fix all this in a second. Just everyone stay calm. Pick that up. This doesn't exist. Pick that up. It doesn't exist. All right, so we're on the right track. We need more basic material. And what we're doing right now is pretty simple. We have these, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to work real well. And we're going to split here. And we want output priority. Okay, first off, you stop here. You don't go any further. Nunc plus ultra, something like that. All right, and so we have the output right here. Why aren't you hooked up? The output right here and the output right here. Why aren't you hooked up? That is a real interesting question. I don't have any belt. All right, we gotta solve this problem right now. I need more vessels too. So I'm actually gonna have to do animal processing. Probably augs first to get the material to make the food, to get the fish. So I have to go make aug food, and I have to go make augs, and then put in the final processing system in order to deal with all animal products. That's something I've been avoiding for a long time. So we're going to have to go make our mistakes there. And then og food, Ogs, slaughterhouse processing, waste management. That's going to be a couple days all on its own. And then after that, what is this? I can make fish food. And then can I make deluxe fish food? Here, let's just first distribute all of this. Fish food. Yeah, I can do this. I can even do like this recipe. And we probably want to... Okay, so there's multiple levels of what has to happen here. I need to... Well, I don't have the materials to do an Og breeding program right yet. Kind of out of order. Like, do I have to do medical stuff right now? Because what we need... Og. Like, what I wanted to do was, the order I wanted was to do a breeding program for all the animals where I haven't done breeding programs for. And then set up their enclosures, and then get that working at a reasonable rate, and then start slaughtering them and pushing that forward. But I haven't done animal uplifting yet, because I've been doing other things. Like, where's Og stage 3? Oh, it's not even there. So we have to do this. For which we need quality Og food, for which we need casein, for which we need Corlexes, for which we need Corlex to be uplifted, which we needs other things. Like, this is like kind of the easiest. Oh, no. Yeah, we gotta go get albumin, which is blood, which is... I guess we don't get to do that, huh? Yeah, we just do not get to do it in this order. Let's take a look at Corlex. What's it take to make a better Corlex? Corlex food, and the Corlex food we can't make. We have everything else, though. Huh. This also is I don't know what to think about this. We are spiraling into complexity is what we're doing right now. And to do this, we need fish, and we have fish uplifting we can still do, right? But we're also going to need the food, which needs the Ogs, so we're probably just going to have to hold our nose. And we can do level 3 fish. How do we do that? Good alien sample? Yeah, that's not happening for a while. All right, so everything is still a mess. I have to establish an area to do this, like just an uplifting area. It should probably be attached to the zoo. It should probably be... I should probably work it out where it's a block where I uplift animals. It's a block where I breed the animals. It's a block where I make like the embryo, the young animal. It's an area where I raise the animal. So it's uplift animal, breed animal, raise animal, process animal. And it has to be kind of in that chain. So I really should sit down and just solidify that in my mind. Yeah, I really need to do that, don't I? I wonder if I can fit 4 generations of uplifting in a single city block. For most of them, certainly, right? All right, there's a lot of stuff to think about right now. I was always going to have to think about it, but it's coming due very quickly. But let's not concentrate on that. Let's concentrate on what's in front of us right now. So this will have the mixed line of good stuff and bad stuff. And so we are going to... Can I do this? No. And this is antimony. The feedstock is grade 1. Feedstock is grade 1. And so this is going to be a belting problem eventually. Because it's expansive, right? It's 10 going in and 13 coming out. And it's such high volume that, yes, the belt, just the capacity of the belt is going to become a major factor. You don't need to do this. You can be a little simpler, right? So then we'll make this jump properly. So there's a lot coming. But I think what probably needs to be happening is I need to put in the augs for bones to jumpstart it. And then start the food, then the fish, and then I can get antimony going, and then there's going to be more problems after that. All right, so don't think about that. So we have right here feedstock going in just like normal, and then we have this will be product and this will be waste. And then we'll just have one line of antimony grade 2 going south. And I think that's going to be very tidy. So, go me. Anyway. So I guess kind of have to do this right here. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll hook it up and we'll make it live. I think this is kind of nifty how this works. Oh, but the belt's going the wrong way. I'll fix it. It's fine. Yeah, you got to go right here, and then you got to go all the way down. So I'll just reverse this belt. I wish there was an easy button press just to reverse a belt in its entirety. Probably exists. I keep saying I wish these things existed, but I make no effort whatsoever to educate myself on whether or not they actually do. So, I guess I really am my own worst enemy, huh? Constant ball of wanting and lazy curiosity. All right, so better? Okay, so now this is looking like it has done what I wanted it to. Great. All right, so now we have to, so the feedstock comes in right there, and then we have stone out, so you're like that. And then we have antimony 2, right? Go in right here. Go out, rather. And this is what we want from life? Perhaps, maybe? Perhaps I need to deal with these waste products. All right, now we can just grab this entirely and paste it right there. And then paste it. No, we probably... No. We can do this, right? And then we have to H it, I guess? No, it doesn't work either. Well, actually, maybe if I do, and then just nicely put it down. No, it didn't work at all. Never mind, never mind. Bad plan, bad plan. I'll do it by hand. It's fine. I can't think of an intelligent way to do this, therefore I just brute force it. As I handle most problems in my life. All right, so we've done 2 stages here. That might be a little generous, but we have it correctly sized here. You can go away. There's no need to keep that up. And now we have a couple problems. One problem is named oxide. So I guess what we do is we take an aerial outpost, and you are oxide out right here. And we just make this work. And then we collect everything else into a stone line. Yeah, this is the last of the oxide. There's only 2 belts for oxide. Okay. So you come right there and just try to stay out of the way. Try not to cause too many problems. Oxide, iron oxide. And right there, same thing. And that gives us a stone line out. And then we have to skip this in order to... Oh, that sucks. All right, right there. Right there. And now we need a stone line. And that should go right here at least. This is where I put it traditionally. All right, stone out. And you are just pure stone out. And we have dealt with you many times before. And this is also stone, right? Yes. So, good. Stone is good, kinda. It's going to be so strange when I finally turn this on. And by that, I mean start actually researching Pi Psi 3 up here, which is going to be the main draw on everything. And it's just going to hit bottleneck after bottleneck, mistake after mistake, insufficient amount, stuff overflowing all over the place. It's just going to be madness. Maybe I'll get there around episode 1200, something like that. All right, come on, stick with me. There we go. All right, stone is now out. So the ore comes in. Okay, it's not lined up correctly. The ore then comes in. Like so, like so, like so, and down you go. Down you go, down you go. All right, the ore comes in, it gets crunched into this two, and these two go on here, and this, for a brief moment, is okay on this line. Then it comes to these jaw crushers, and then we are overloading this belt right here. So we have 3 belts that come down, and we overload. Now we're on to step 3. Now we should probably finish this, right? And I'm just, you just have a normal dinosaur attendant. Dinosaur hungry, add destination, fill cargo. And I need you to take that to the iron oxide bin in the earth line. I have to make an iron oxide maker on a completely different topic right there. This is waste iron oxide out. Have a snack. Be on your way. Okay, so that is getting taken care of. Great. So the next step, as per our model, is an entire block. We want 36 screeners. Screener, come to me. And we want you to do this step, right? Grade 2 goes into grade 3. And then we're going to have to do more math after this. But yes, this is what we want. We have 72 ore, almost exactly. It's all in grade 2. So we're going to need an entire city block. And this is 1 in... It can only be 2 out. It can be fine. So it's not quite that. What can we copy? It's not quite this. It's close to this, though. There's feedstock in, and then, well, it is 3 things out. Can we put it all in the same belt? Especially if that belt is, well, there's no need to, right? Because of the snake belting. I mean, we can. It will fit all on 1 belt, so long as I keep them all on 3 belts. And then sort them afterwards. Okay. That's not a terrible plan. So, actually, we probably can just do something very barbarous and simple, straightforward, easy to think about. Probably is going to break less. Not you, but you. Just this entire city block. It has the 3 feedstocks in, and then we'll put just the 3 things out, and we'll sort it over here, and everything will be fine. Okay, I believe. So grab from here to here, all the way to down. And now you just paste that somewhere in here, right? And now we have a problem. You see our problem, of course. And there's just no way to avoid our problem. We can only minimize it. It's like just doing right. It's not eating in a beacon space. Like right there is probably best. And do I just leave it like this and just be down by 2 screeners? Like, that has a certain appeal to it. And it's going to be a little less throughput, but I don't think I'll ever notice, right? I think I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not going to spill over into the next city block. Well, we can probably put another line in, right? Do something like this. I mean, it fits. I mean, if it fits, why not? Now we have sufficient capacity so that everything is mathematically correct, and it's not even out of line with its tallness. How are we doing on molybdenum? I'm kind of worried that I'm just not doing this right at all. This is just an absolute trickle between the ore being slow and no prod throughout all this. It could be 20% times 20% times 20% times 20% times 20%. Can't times it here. That would be the best place to do it. And then times 10% and times 20%. So that's probably triple in the end. It's still not enough. Okay, let's get this dressed. So this is obviously just a little wrong. You are a pure line of grade 2 coming out. Here, let's make it nice and even. There we go. And then you're just going to come south. You're going to feed in right across the border. Excellent. And then we're going to have to go get a whole lot of screeners. Maybe we should do that now. Go get more undergrounds as well. More screeners, more undergrounds, and just have them start making more, because I'm going to need a lot more, and we might be reaching the end of the episode. I'm not sure I'm going to do the next block. There's a whole lot to think about with what's coming. I completely forgot that I needed fish oil to do antimony properly. It is a little bit of a shock. I don't know how I'm going to recover. Oh, I need a lot more stack inserters. Probably shouldn't have just run away from that, right? All right, here, guys. I know you're trying to help. So more, please. Yeah, even more, please. Even more, please. Thank you. All right, now we have a chance of getting this city block done. This wasn't the best episode altogether. We got some stuff together. Here, let's take a look. We're probably not even making acrylonitrile because we're still out of iron. How are we still out of iron? Shouldn't this been fixed by now? We should be making oleochemicals by now. However, we are not. Why is this? This is sporopollenin, and there's nothing here. What was that sound? And why are we low on Renea now? Because because it was all filled up, and now it is not. Because we were overstimming it, I think, right? And I can't even do level 2 Renea if I wanted to, right? Renea, where are you? Where is Renea level 2? What's the best way to go about getting to this? Or I can just do that, but I'm probably not. Here, Renea. I gotta search for it. Renea level 2, and that's done through this? No. No. Where do I get the Renea seeds level 2? Phase 2. There we go. I mean, I can do this, right? No. No, I can't. All right, never mind. Just everyone don't pay attention to me. We're going to get this block done, and we're probably just going to wrap it up. And then tomorrow we'll finish antimony, even though it's definitely not going to be finished then, if you know what I mean. Here, I should stop doing this. And I should build here because this one is messed up because of the regolite. And we're going to have to clean it up anyway, and everything's going to be fine. And we're having a seizure, and it's like everything's fine, just everything's fine, everything's fine. All right, so what's going on here? You are getting your feedstock in, and you are producing these three things. And these three things can go on the same belt as long as these belts are not joined. So what we're going to do is gravel. And then you are going to be grade 3 and grade 4. So grade 3 on antimony. And also grade 4 on antimony. Now there's a problem with this plan, isn't there? I just kind of realized it. This is slick, but not good enough, right? Because what we need is to favor this production over this production. Like, listen what's going on. So if it all jams up, right, then these guys will never be able to vent. We need these guys to vent first. Their products to be used before these products are used. So we need to be able to get the grade 2 here. So we need a separate grade 2 line, it looks like. And that's not available, huh? Because then it would even have to join back in over here, and that's a big problem. So how do I make it so that this product right here takes precedence over this stuff? Well, I could... We can do something real ugly. Let's try this. And see if this solves the problem appropriately. Just drag all this out. And then both feedstocks go down this line now. And then what we need is to come all the way to the bottom right here. And we need to filter grade 2 on antimony. And then we have the antimony from the last, from up above right there. And then of course, you see what's going to happen. Right here, it joins in, and we will get preference to the other side, right? So input priority from this side. So that should work, right? So there's going to be a little bit of waste that gets caught on this side of the belt. But what will happen is this will jam entirely. It will no longer be able to get any more material until it can flow down here. But then it will keep this line specifically free, so that when this line starts flowing again and this area starts getting more grade 1, it can then be crushed into grade 2 and then put on this line and it gets preference. Okay, that works. That is a different way of doing it, but it's still decently slick. I like encoding logic in belts. I think it's better. All right, so this is now a properly cleaned and prioritized belt of grade 2. It comes in right here, and then we taste the rainbow, I suppose. So right there, right there, right there, and just copy and H, copy and V. And that's what we're doing. And then everything goes out into this line. That's okay, so long as these lines are kept separate and each one gets a sorting mechanism. And we do not combine them first and then sort, because then we will absolutely run into belt problems, because all of these are essentially full, all the belts, because it's just so much material moving in and out. Again, keeping with the polite fiction that we are going to have all of these machines working all the time. We know this isn't true, but it sure is fun to pretend as if it is so. So now we have a complete, well, we don't actually. I have to come down here, and then when I do this, then we will have a complete line right there. And I'm just going to continue doing this. Why do we have rocks here? Oh, that does have to go there. Why are there rocks here? Who cleaned this area? Get right there, and then right there. And then you just have to keep going, right? And I'll do this last halves one, halfy one, and then I will deal with the enormous problem in front of us, which is sorting all of this material. So gravel needs a line out, and that is right here, I guess. Most traditional. Right there to right there, and we will do gravel out, please. Like so, and then we'll figure it out. The point is, this is the correct ultimate destination for the waste product known as gravel. Then right there's a little bit of gravel right there, so there's a mark. Did I just... Oh, I put stone into gravel. Oh no. I'm glad I didn't turn the machine on. How many of you saw that and just started snickering to yourselves? Yeah, I get it. So that's actually the stone line out. So, okay, that never happened. It didn't happen. If it didn't make it into a screenshot, it never happened. That's the rule. And then gravel gets out, and gravel is on its way. Great. Okay, so next, we have to sort all of these things so we end up with gravel. So what we're going to do is probably a line right here and probably a line right here. And then it's going to be gravel out. And so like so, and then the gravel line is here. Come on, my dude. Let's do it. And so we're going to do this. And so we want probably grade 3 first. Grade 3, and then grade 4. And so long as I integrate the grade 3 with proper priority, everything will keep flowing. Okay, so that has to happen. That has to happen. And this has to happen. I might have these guys go up. We'll see. We don't have a huge amount of room right there. All right, so you have to come over like that, and you have to come over like that. And now we head south. Let's just drag it south. Nothing fancy. Yeah, it's going to work out just fine. And then a bip and bip. And in you go and in you go. And there's no particular preference needed. All right, so good. It actually is kind of nifty. I don't mind this at all. Okay, good. And you just have to make sure the logic that after we crush the stage 3 down into stage 4, excuse me, it has to be done. I suppose I could just do bad antimony. No way. That's too barbarous even for me. So right here we'll do secondary crushing, and then we'll join into just one line, and then it will head from secondary crushing to here, add in lime, and then crush it again in a different way. And we have some reflux. We're going to have to account for that. And then, yeah. Yeah, the reflux will have to be accounted for. And there's the missing ingredient, the fish oil. Probably should have looked at this before I started doing it, right? Ah, well. It is in the past, and the past is gone. So what I need now, grab screeners, and then I will do recap, and we will talk about an episode where I accomplished essentially nothing. Isn't that going to be a great / humiliating part of the episode? All right, so that's still going. Great work. And we're still going to be short on screeners, but we'll fill this in as time goes on. It's not going to be a huge problem. And we're pretty much done. So congratulations, everyone. You have just about made it through another episode. Really worried about molybdenum throughput. Should probably just address that by throwing down a couple more whales. Really worried about molybdenum not producing enough material. Really should produce a full 100 productivity packs and just toss them in there. And between the two, just leave it sit. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe I won't. I'll think about it. And so line up a little farther in, please. Right about there. That's actually really good. Then down to just see the niobium and just all the way over like this. Most appropriate screenshot, I think. All right, and screenshot. What did we do today? So today we started off by building the acrylonitrile and the acrylic block right here. It does not run because one, iron is blocked up, two, molybdenum production is too low. Both of those things need to improve. I'm probably going to have to pay attention to the molybdenum stack a little more. It's ore limited essentially, so just doubling the whales on the route, and then if I really want to, a whole lot of productivity. Anyway, that's a problem for later. So this will eventually perk up, but it's going to be a while. I think I need something here. Oh, I need natural gas. I got hung up because I didn't realize that it needs natural gas, and natural gas is actually a bit of a trip. I thought I had it, but no. What I have is refined natural gas, which is different. It's just, why would you ever get the two confused? So the two don't work together. I can't make acrylic with refined natural gas. It has to be the raw stuff, and I don't have it. And to get the raw stuff, essentially I need to get bio oil, which means I need to make quartz tubes, which means I need to get rare earth processing online. So that's probably what we're doing next. And gold will probably go right here. It's been waiting too long. But after I established I was way behind on there, I then shifted over to antimony right here. And we have antimony processing. Then I realized I had caused myself another problem, because antimony processing needs fish oil, not tall oil, not refined oil, not any sort of distillates of an oil, not any sort of oil product. It needs fish oil specifically. And if you look around, I'm not doing fish at all. So I've got two choices. I can either do the pause and then go through and do animals. And I think I've determined how I'm going to do this. I think I'm declaring, yes, this is the end. I am going to cap the material sorting stack right here, and then this is going to be animal land. And so what I probably do augs first, and it's going to be aug uplifting, aug breeding, aug raising, aug slaughtering. And I'll have to, I don't know about the rates there. The rates are probably not correct. are certainly not correct, and I'm probably going to need more than one unit of all these things, and balancing breeding and raising is going to be a problem. So this is going to be a kind of a free form sort of style, but it's going to start with that. It's going to start with uplifting right here, and I'm going to put in uplifting facilities for all the animal types. And then I'm just going to leave this as kind of just utility space. And then if I need to grow the stack further north, well, it just comes over here then. I'm surely going to need more and more materials. So the alarm system right here isn't going to work out very well long term. I'm probably going to have to put in combo alarms of some sort. But if nothing else, I can always just mouse over the power pole, and that's fine. That's another way of doing things, but whatever. So this will be the top of the material sorting stack, lining up with the top of the mall. And we're just going to do animals on top of it, and hopefully it will be okay. That's a big vain hope right there. So anyway, we're going to, after we get this fleshed out, so we have one more day of building out antimony. It's not going to run. Then we're going to come over here, and then we're probably going to do AUG processing, AUG uplifting, AUG breeding, AUG raising, AUG slaughtering, right there. And then we're going to have to take the various pieces of all the different slaughterhouses, which are going to be all around here, and then we're going to have to ship them down to some sort of central sorting. Does it make sense to do central sorting right here? Like right here, and do animal processing on there instead of bringing them to this area? No. Well, maybe. It saves the trip back and forth, because what's going to happen here? Well, no. Okay, so this is what the problem is. So the question is, I'm going to have a general meat in bin, and it's just going to take miscellaneous meat and animal bits and sort it into its constituent products. It's going to be like a line right here ish. Like it's imminent. So the question is, do I do this up here so I don't have to, I have another lunch belt going back through here and up here, and then we do sorting? But like, that's going to be too much, I think, for one belt. Too much for one belt on one hand. And then on the other hand, we're going to have to slaughter animals on site for things like getting photopores out, and there's a few other things where you have to get specialized items out of an animal. But it has to be slaughtered on site because stuff decays. So that means we're going to have other sources of meat essentially in here somewhere. Where? I don't know. There's just going to be meat over here. So that will have to travel. So it might as well go to central sorting. And then then we need to make a big block of just animal part salvage. So it's probably just going to be one block that is just I try to do something with guts, and it's just going to be a bunch of atomizers that tries to make guts into this product, into that product, into that product, and in the end, it just mulches it. And so that's just going to be where guts goes to go away. So I'm going to have to come up with the final overflow for material sorting. I think I have it in my head. I don't know. So there's a lot of stuff coming faster than I thought it was. I thought I was going to be able to get through all of the materials all the way out to here, and then be able to turn my attention to getting science packs up, and then finally I'd be forced into doing animals when I needed cotton guts for Sarcoris, Perigen, and Negesium. But we're going to have to go out of order. We're going to have to do animals right now, and that's it. So we need AUGs first for blood and bone, because between those two we can make the good fish food, and then we can make our next animal right here, which will be fish. And then from that we can get our fish oil, and then from fish oil we can get antimony going again. Yeah, and then we'll turn our attention to finishing this back off, and then we'll come back and we'll do all the animals, and then that will be all we need in order to actually take over a technological process from the South Factory and then exceed it. So the end is approaching slowly. We'll get there sometime. Anyway, I am now done. Thank you very much for riding along. Talk to you all later. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. 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 Bye.